Well, it should be a very warm welcome from Jersey, Echo Golf Juliet Juliet, but I think it's more of a warmish welcome. It's not very summery, but we won't worry about that. We'll just get on with the flight. This is a repeat really of the flight we did in the Cockspur Mustang C510. We're going to do it in the Cockspur Phenom 100. Much the same route, except today we're very definitely on runway 26 at Jersey. We'll use beyond ATC, and we'll get underway. So at the moment we've got the aircraft with its covers and pitot heats and chocks and all that set on, otherwise it's cold and dark. So let's get the flight plan up on the screen. So here we go. We've got block fuel 741, and the route is, as I said, exactly the same, but we've got 26 and the Lucy 1 Alpha departure, and we'll try and comply with all the descent points on the NEVIL 1 Sierra, and it'll still be the ILS 23 GEGMU for Southend. Okay, so let's get the weights sorted out. So 741 for the fuel, 741. So we've got 625. Let's go 741. 738. We should go one up, shouldn't we? Really. 750. Okay, and we won't run with passengers. We'll stick with that weight. Okay, so let's get inside the aircraft, and let's get rid of some of these bits and pieces that we've got. So we'll keep the GPU. Control lock can come away. Just straighten the yoke. In fact, we'll get rid of the yoke. Cargo doors can get closed. Covers and the chocks. Just check the parking brake is on, and it is. And let's get on with the flight. So oxygen can come on. We can get the GPU on. Battery 1, battery 2, bus tie, generator 1, generator 2. Okay, so that's given us all the systems that we need. We'll activate the center Garmin screen. We'll try and bring the flight plan in from SimBrief today. Let's give that a go. So we'll go here, we'll go to flight plan, we'll go to flight plan catalog. It'll be the top one. So we'll try and see if it works, and we'll do activate and enter for OK. No. Okay, there's something about the route from Southend to Jersey and Jersey to Southend that it doesn't like. So what we need to do is actually we need to delete the bit of the flight plan it has brought in. So we'll just delete the flight plan. Let's do that. Scroll down there, enter. Okay, and we'll do the flight plan in the traditional time-honoured way with the GTN 750. We could do it with the Garmin, but it really is a bit of a faff. So let's get some lighting on. So now lights, panel lights can come on a bit more, and we'll get the backlighting on. We'll get the passenger signs switched on. Maybe I haven't got the GTN firing up. That's better. We'll get the Q&H. So we'll just do B1012. I know that is correct. So I'll get the flight plan on the screen, and I'll pop it off to the other side, and I'll see it. You won't. So we will do flight plan, and the origin is Echo Golf Juliet Juliet, and then we're going to do Echo Golf Mike Charlie. Let's add in LUSIT. LUSIT. At LUSIT, it's the direct to BENIX. At BENIX, it is direct to AKIKI, AKIKI, and after AKIKI it is it's an airway, UM189. So AKIKI airway UM189, and we're taking that to ANGLO. We'll load ANGLO. We've got the Uniform Zulu 273. ANGLO, load airway, Uniform Zulu 273, and that will take to NEVIL. Oops, hang on, NEVIL, and we'll load that, and NEVIL will pick up the star. So let's do the arrivals, the departures and the arrivals, procedures. So departure is the Lucy 1 Alpha. Lucy 1 Alpha. That's runway 26. We'll load that, and we'll scroll down, load procedure, and the arrival is going to be the NEVI 1 Sierra. So NEVI 1 Sierra, transition none. So we'll just load that, and then we can go to ILS 26. 23 from Gegmu. Okay, and we'll load that. So that's pretty much done. So we can remove the GTN. So we've got the route showing there. It looks to be in the right sense. So let's just zoom out a little bit. Yeah, it all looks good. There's no spurious waypoints there. So we'll just zoom in. Okay, so we'll get our clearance from ATC in a sec. We can do a bit more.
Connected.
We can get a few more. So we get CDI on there, and runway 26. So we can get the heading set to 26. Let's get ATIS on.
Wind 210 at 10. Few clouds at 100. Ceiling 1,200 broken. Temperature 19er. Dew point 18. QNH1012. Landing and departing runway 26. Transition.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, request IFR clearance to Southend Airport.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, Jersey ground, expect runway 26, Lucy 1 Alpha departure. Squawk 5120.
Lucy 1 Alpha departure. Squawk 5120. November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
Okay.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, read back correct. Call me back when ready for start or taxi.
Roger that, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
Just going to close the door. There's a click spot down here when the door is open. To open it, the click spot is up here, but when it's open, the click spot is down here. There we go. Door is now closed. So we'll get startup. If you remember, the Phenom has got an automatic beacon, so we'll just get a startup only.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, ramp for 2, request engine start.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, engine start approved. Call when ready for taxi.
Roger, startup approved. November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
So pump 1 and 2 is are on, and if you remember, the GPU is on and connected, and that's on the left side. So we'll start number 2 first. So number 2 ignition can go to auto, and bring the starter on. Hold it for 2 seconds, and the rest is automatic. So enter building, then we get fuel flow, ITT, we got light up, and then the big fan is turning. So we are good on number 2. All temperature and pressure are both registering, so that's good. And we can now do number 1. I do like a good Phenom, very easy to use. So start, and then we've got N2 is building. Now looking for fuel flow, then looking for light up, and then the big fan. That's now turning. Oil pressure and temperature both rising. So good start 1 and 2, but we didn't remove the GPU, so my bad. So let's have a look. There we go. It's gone. So hydraulic pump, AOA. That's the pitter heat and the vanes and the stall, static ports, and then we do pressurization is set. 1 stage of flap. That's set, and so we're good, I think, for taxi. I'll get the timer on just to remind me to set the timer. So let's get taxi clearance.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Request taxi to the
See
active.
the beacon flashing. There it is. Look at that. It's
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Runway 26 taxi via Juliet Alpha.
26 Juliet Alpha.
Runway 26
Okay,
taxi
so
via Juliet
I'm not
Alpha.
gonna-
November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
I'm not going to blind our ground crew, but we will just taxi off, and we'll just. So we won't put the light on quite yet. Yep, he's going to get short shrift from the engines. Okay, so nobody in front of us now, so we'll get the taxi light on. It's quite a long taxi route. We've got to go right the way around the terminal. So make right turn, and then another right turn. And I forgot to get traffic running, so let's do that now. Should see some Squeezy Jet and British Airways and Blue Islands appear. Okay. And again, I'm taxiing like an Italian. We'll get told off for that. They'll tell me to stop my takeoff run immediately. What have we got around this side? Nothing. Not very much. And again, I apologise for all the creaking, the pedals, and my yoke. I'm mounted on a sort of MDF fabricated home cockpit sort of thing, and I really don't know how to deaden the sound. It seems to amplify the noise. So yeah, and I know you can hear it. It annoys me too. So we'll keep taxiing, and maybe we should slow down a bit. So where is the hold? I think this is it here. So let's just check there isn't another. Is that the? Do you know? I don't know. But we'll just quickly look at the charts. We are. Where are we? Yeah, we've got a little bit further to go. I mean, we could do an intersection takeoff because the runway's long enough here, but we won't use the full length. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just get the takeoff check.
Takeoff okay.
Takeoff okay.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Contact Jersey Tower 119.455.
Over to Tower 119 a decimal for 55, November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Have a good day.
So this is hold Alpha. So we need to contact tower. Come to a stop.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Holding short, runway 26.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. I didn't get that.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, ready for takeoff.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, Jersey Tower, wind 210 at 10, runway 26, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 26 cleared for takeoff, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
So we've got landing light on, strobe light is on, and we've got a couple of housekeeping tasks to do before we do roll, and that would be to set the timer and to get the press the toga button so we get the right takeoff profile on the flight directors. So let's have a look. And I also want to read up what the wind was. And they did say, but I didn't really listen. So the wind is 210 at 10. Okay, so it's coming. It's a crosswind of about 5 knots, I would say. So let's get the timer on. So we'll just move the cursor to start and press enter. It's clocking up. So we can get flight plan on, and we can press the toga button just so we get the right takeoff profile. Takeoff, and that's set. And we haven't got an altitude set yet, so we've got a 5,000 foot. Oops, that's way too much. Goodness me. Bring it back. And that's gone the other way. Yep. Not the place to do this, really, the threshold. Never mind. So 5,000 is set on the QNH1012. We're ready to go. So let's spoon up the engines. They're both stable. We'll go to takeoff power. Okay. Takeoff is set. Power set. Speed is live. And we're looking for 90 knots to rotate 95. 80 knots cross-checked once, twice, 3 times. 90 knots, 95. Round we go. So bring the chevrons right up into the flight director, because that's the right takeoff profile. We'll stay like this. Gear is up. Yaw damper can come on. And flaps can come up, and we can do autopilot.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Contact Jersey Control Departure 125
nav,
205.
and we'll do flight level change. And initially
Contact
we'll just
Jersey
climb
Control
out.
Departure 125.205, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
We'll climb out at 180.
Jersey Control, November 995 Foxtrot Lima, 1,800 feet.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, Jersey Control Departure. Good day. Identified. Climb to flight level 140.
Climb to flight level 140, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
Okay, so we've got on the scoreboard, nav on the GPS, autopilot, yaw damper, flight level change set at 180, and flight level 140 set in the altitude window. So that's all good, and we dismount after takeoff, so landing light and taxi lights can come off. And are we out of cloud? We're out of cloud. Let's have a look down there. Pretty as a picture, isn't it? Look at that, there's the runway. It really does climb like a rocket, this thing here. So, one more thing, of course I've got to go from takeoff to climb power. So just bring the throttles back. There we go, climb indicated. I can get rid of the flashing cursor by pressing this knob. So we're all good. Climbing at 2,500 feet. And we're just gonna level, go direct now to perch. Okay, it's all looking very good. Okay, I'm going to try and get up to flight level 280. I don't know why, I just have that in my head. We'll see, because of course we've got to come down for NEVIL at, I think it's flight level 220. So we'll see what happens. We might make it. So if we stay with a sort of a lowish indicated airspeed, it will climb at a higher rate. So we might stay with 180 to give us a greater chance of actually getting to 280. Again, don't ask me why, it's just one of those things that goes into my head. So I think we're all good. Just coming up 9,000, we can go to standard barrow, so PFD options, standard barrow, set. What's not to like about these little biz jets? They're just fabulous. Right, so we're above flight level 100. We're not through the cloud yet, so I'm going to just keep them in their seats for a bit. And what's the outside air temperature? It is, I've got to remember where it is.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Contact breast control 120.15.
Oh, we're nearly through the cloud now, so we... Wait.
Contact breast control 120.15, November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Have a good day. Breast control, November 995 Foxtrot Lima, leaving flight level 118 for flight level 140.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, breast control, radar contact, climb to flight level 280.
Climb to flight level 280, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
280 set and checked. We're on standard pressure. Let's centre our heading bug. And we'll stay on 180. And enjoy the fabulous climb rate. Look at that. Okay, we're above the clouds, so I'm going to let them out of their seats. Okay, turning point to perch. I'm just going to zoom out on the map a little bit. There we go. Just centre the heading bug. Okay. Another difference with the Phenom and the Mustang. Phenom's got, I don't know if it's TKS de-icing fluid or these are heated edges. I think they're heated edges from bleed air, whereas the Mustang has got rubber boots on the leading edges of the wing. But really it's just an astonishingly lovely aeroplane. There's Jersey down there. And Sherbrooke Peninsula right there. Get back inside. Okay. So we've got 10,000 to climb. I don't know if we get a top of climb indicator on this. Well, the simulator seems to have just paused for a moment. come back. Can't see one. Heck, we might make it, who knows. Centre that heading bug. I will put the blind up, but I know that the blinds, they might look very good and realistic because they are sort of reflected material on the real thing. Actually, they don't stop very much in the way of the reflections. So my understanding is that the Garmin 1000 will auto-tune an ILS frequency and set the course, and it does that as you turn onto the as you establish on the feathers. So we're going to check that, see if that works. I'm not going to adjust the frequencies here. Okay, we will make ourselves aware of what they are, but we won't change them. We'll let the aeroplane do that. It should work. So we're just going to scroll the flight plan here so that BENIX is at the top. There we go. Get rid of the blinking cursor. And here we're just going to look at one or two little options that we've got on the Garmin. So we're going to do charts. We don't do charts, we just do the big knob, and we're going to look at the traffic map and the weather radar, which is off at the moment. Not sure how you switch it on. Off, on. Oh, that's interesting. Is there a way to do it? Nearest. Interesting. Is it the range? Mode. Stand by. Right, so you've got to switch it on, then go to weather. Oh, that's good. Works. That's good, isn't it? Okay, so we can go back to our map. So navigation map. There. So 20 flight level 270, so we're going to round out, level off, and don't know where our top of descent will be, but hopefully it'll be along here. If we press flight plan, get the cursor and just move the cursor along. There we go, top of descent is just after a party. So we can just remove this now from the screen. The party, it'll be somewhere up here, just probably coming into view. Right, so we're level off to 280. We're going to stay in climb mode until the aircraft has finished accelerating. We get to our desired indicated airspeed. I'm just going to send to the heading bug. Have a quick look outside. What a moment. centre that heading bug. So just accelerating through 233.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, breast control. Expect Nevi 1 Sierra, runway 2 tree.
I'll just let it round off at 240. So I'll just bring the throttles back to cruise setting. There we go. That'll do nicely, thank you. Ground speed
November
420.
995 Foxtrot Lima, breast control. Expect Nevi 1 Sierra, runway 2 tree.
I need to respond.
Expect Nevi 1 Sierra, runway 23, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
It would be quite cool to be sitting in one of these. For real. Although I think that it would be uncomfortable, you know, facing somebody like that. But I guess that's how you maximise the space in these things. But it's quite good that the seats have got decent armrests and they look quite comfortable. These passenger signs work, which is quite nice. And we better get back into the front. Okay. So we've now got our top of descent coming up. So I'm just going to centre the heading bug. And we're going to dial in 220. That's the altitude for 220 is set. Let's get charts.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, Nevi 1 Sierra, runway 2 tree. Report ready for descent.
And we'll do VNAV. So VNAV path is set. The lower altitude is set. We're just going to look here just to check. NEVIL is 220. So we're good. It does look a little bit small. I just wonder whether you can make it bigger. Yes, you can. You just use
November
the range.
995 Foxtrot Lima, breast control.
There it is. Acknowledge. Thank you.
Nevi 1 Sierra, runway 23, call when ready, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, descend to flight level 220.
Descend to flight level 220, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
So just came up to our top of descent. So all we've got to do is just to manage the engines. We don't want to go too fast when we point downhill. So just with a few seconds to go, you'll get the vertical profile. Here it is. There's the diamond, and as it gets to the middle, it'll start coming down. There it is. Lovely. So we're just going to bring the throttles back. Just hover around at 240. That should be a nice speed for this. And I'm using the little magenta speed prediction there to help me set the throttles. I'm just going to bring ANGLO to the top of the screen. So we press this knob. Use the bigger part of the knob here to move it up, and press it again to get rid of the cursor. Okay. And to set the V speeds, you do it through the timer reference page And if I just move the cursor down, you'll see that there are approach, V-approach 100 knots and VRAF 94. And we could look at what they are, but I'm just going to run with those. I'm happy with that. And minimums, let's get the minimums on the approach plate. That is 238, we'll go 240. So 240, let's dial in 240. Just set that to on, barrow, and we'll just dial in 240. 240 set. Okay, get rid of the blinking cursor. Oh, I don't think you can on this page. No. Let's go back to flight plan, and now get rid of, actually move ANGLO to the top. Get rid of the cursor. There we go. So we're hovering nicely around 240, and we're just coming up to ANGLO, and just send to the heading bug. And let's get the chart out again. So we're just coming back to NEVIL 220. Next one is NetView at 140. So I'm sure that they'll tell us to descend to 140 shortly. But we've got 220 dialed in, so it won't go any lower than that. What's the weather? Let's get the weather, because you can get it in this. I'm just going to set the throttles.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Descend to flight level 140.
Descend to flight level 140, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Contact London Control 118.475. Bye-bye.
Contact London Control 118.475, November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Have a good day.
Right, so we set 140. VNAV path
London
is still
Control,
on.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Descending via Nevi 1 Sierra. Flight level 220.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. London Control. Radar contact.
I don't know whether we're supposed to start descending, whether there is. VNAV path seems to be white, so it's armed, so it's not active. Where is... So, right, OSPOL. So I think probably it'll be at some point before NetView. So it might come into view the top descent for this next section. So I think we're good at the moment. Okay, let's send to that heading bug. Okay. No, I don't think it is going to come down, is it? How far have we got for this leg? I can't quite read it, it's too small. So can you move somewhere? Yeah, I think we need to come down on our own on this one. I think we had this very problem before. Not a problem, it just means that we've got to... we're just got to be ahead of the aeroplane, so we've got to be at flight level 140, so we'll go to vertical speed mode, and we'll just dial in the we'll go down at 1600 feet per minute. We'll see how we get on with that. 1600, and we'll stop it accelerating too much. Busy today, isn't it? A lot of people around. So let's have a look. We've got 16 to run. We've got to lose 6. It's 20. It's 18. We'll have to come down 1800 feet per minute, I think. 1800 feet per minute, so we've got 15 to run. We've got to lose 6. 6 3s at 18. Maybe a bit more. Let's come down 2200. And I'm sure there used to be what they call the banana available in this. Maybe it's in the menu. Map settings. Enter. No. Track vector. Select altitude arc. Maybe that's it. Let's have a look. Let's go here. And we'll switch that on. There you go. Now we'll take the menu off. Okay, can't take the menu off that way. Come up here, then take the menu off. No. I don't know how you get rid of it. But you see now we've got the what they call the banana. So we need to come down even faster than we are. And we just need to pull the power back to idle. Otherwise we go too fast. So you can see that the banana now is pretty much at the waypoint. I don't know how you get rid of map settings. Get rid of the... There you go. Press the knob. Sorted. That's quite useful to have the banana because that helps you set the vertical speed that you need to arrive at a waypoint at a certain altitude. So with that in mind, let's just quickly look at the chart, not on the system, on the Garmin, because it's quite hard to read. So NEVIL at 1400, we should now make that. But the next one is OCVAP at flight level 090. And we'll do it again. We've got VNAV path set, but what we will do, we'll switch that off. Okay.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
Oh.
Descend to flight level 090.
Descend to flight level 090, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
Right, so I'm in cloud, I've got icing. So if I've got icing on the window, I've got icing on the engine, so let's switch both window heat and icing, anti-icing on the engines, so that should get rid of the ice on my windscreen. Look at that. Woof. Okay. I don't want to slow down too much. So you've got to stay ahead of the aeroplane. So we need to be at OCVAP 90. Okay, so can we see OCVAP? Not yet. Let's just zoom in on the map. There's OCVAP. So we'll come down by vertical speed. So we'll put vertical speed on, and we're just going to move the no, hang on, do that again. Oh, hang on, I've got to reset the altitude. So it's 090. So 090 is set. 090 we have. Vertical speed. Now I can move the... Okay, and we should have a banana. There it is. Okay, and this will help us set really accurately the descent point. So it looks to be about 600 feet per minute. Will get us to UCVAP. And if I speed up, because we're only doing 200 knots, go back to 220, that will change because we're covering the ground more quickly. So then we'll need to readjust our vertical speed. Let's just stop at 220 here. I'm sure that there is a speed constraint, but I can remember what it is. So let's just move the... There we go. We've got the banana. It's still showing UCVAP at this rate of descent, 600 feet per minute. Pretty much. Yeah. But as we changed our ground speed by a significant amount, then you'd need... Well, it is changing. I think we should come down at 700 feet per minute. There we go. 700 set and checked. So this, you know, an alternate to using VNAV to be in control of your descent rate. And remember, we got that from the menu. Map settings, so we just press enter. And then it was select alt arc, altitude arc. We set that to on. Okay. Let's just check that the anti-icing is doing its thing. So it's cleared the ice on our window. I think we're pretty much below the cloud deck. We're just at the bottom of it at the moment. But it is a dreadfully murky day, isn't it? I think you can have map options and weather. So NextRad is a weather system that puts weather data on as an overlay on your map. So if there are areas of, you know, convective or thunderstorms or, you know, what have you, it will show here. It'll show in green, amber, or red, I think, are the colours, and that's quite useful. Except it will obscure maybe detail that you need to see on the map. So just bear in mind that NextRad, while it shows you thunderstorms and precipitation on the map here, it is electronic data that's fed in through the Garmin, you know, Wi-Fi or whatever, however it's done, and it's an overlay. It's not a weather radar, but it does put it here in context, so you can see whether to avoid you know, an embedded cell or something. So we're still coming down about 700 feet per minute, and we're doing about 240 or so. So we are now out of cloud, so we can switch off our engine anti-ice and our windshield heat. And we need to centre our heading bug. And you can see the banana there is well before UCVAP, but we'll maintain this profile, no need to change it. And we'll just add discomfort to the passengers when we start changing the pitch attitude and speed and things. You think, well, what's going on? So what have we got down there? I think we're at Dungeness down there. I remember looking at the last time we were here. We should see Lid today. We'll have a quick look at the map, the chart. In fact, I'm just going to switch the NextRad off, because because I don't see that we're going to need it. So I'm going to go back to chart. And we need to be at OCVAP 90 and ATSAP at 70. So ATSAP is the next one, 70. Yeah, so let's see if we can see lead. Where are you? Is it there? I think I can see some. Is it there? One or t'other. Yeah, I think.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Contact Southend approach 130.78.
Contact Southend approach 130.78, November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Southend, November 995 Foxtrot Lima, flight level 098 with information echo.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima Southend approach. Good day. QNH 1009. Expect the ILS runway 23 with the GEGMU transition.
QNH 1009, expect the ILS runway 23 with the GEGMU transition. November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
Okay, so we're just coming up to flight level 090. So captured. We'll keep speed 240 or so. And so when we get past OCVAP, the one after that is ATSAP at 70. So we'll use the same technique. We could use VNAV, I'll take the hard work out of it, but it's nice to fly the aeroplane.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Descend to 7,000 feet. QNH 1009.
Descend to 7,000 feet, QNH 1009, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
Okay, so 7,000. So we dial that in, which is what I didn't do before. Dial in 7,000. Set and checked. There we go, vertical speed. And we dial in an appropriate amount. So we've got, let's try 500 feet per minute. And you can see the banana takes us to, well short of ATSAP, so we can just reduce that. Let's go 400. And if we go 300, what happens? No, 300 takes us the other side of ATSAP. So 400. Okay. Where are we now? Are we just coming up to Dover and Broadstairs? Manson should be on our left at some point. It's very gloomy, isn't it? Okay, so we're getting quite low now. Really, I should have strapped them in, but you know, they are enjoying the ride, I am sure. So we'll strap them in. I think that the signs do work in the back. So let's have a look. Yep. No smoking and safety belts on. we're coming down 250 on the speed. Can we see Manston? Manston wants to be an alternate runway for the shuttle, I believe. Okay, so we're going above the 250 knots. Let's just bring our speed back. We don't want to break the speed limit. Okay, so can we see Manston? There. I realise it's quite so close to the coast. I've landed though in the real world. Is it there? You wouldn't believe that airfields are so hard to see from the air. Where is it? It is eluding me. Let's go external. There it is. It's hard to believe that I can't actually see that. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so mate, we need to get back on focus on task. So at SAP at flight level 070, then we've got Advas. So at SAP is 220 on the speed, Advas 220, Gegmu 6,195, but last time they gave us a descent to 4,000. And if we go to the ILS, the platform is 2,000 there, so we'll see what they give us. So we're just levelling off, and we can reduce speed to 220. It's going to bring the power back. So altitude captured. Bring that speed back. Was there another constraint though? Stop it. No, so we stay at 7 until we get to Gegmu. So 220 on the speed coming up. Okay, now we can.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, descend to 4,000 feet.
4,000.
Descend to 4,000 feet, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
Oops, we overcooked it that time. $4,000, 220 on the speed, and that's probably 4,000 for Gegmu. So game will come down, vertical speed, and we'll just come down at a 500. And that will give us. It's up here, so we have to come down a bit faster than that. At Let's come down to 800. We don't want to speed up. No, we don't. Slow down. So I can see it on here now. So that's going to take us just past Advast to get to 4,000, which I'm happy with. Okay. Center the hull, sink the heading bug. Okay. So let's get the runway QDM set. So approach. So it is 233. I'm going to set that on the heading bug. So 233. Set and checked. And let's just look at that again. Approach. Let's just zoom in.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Cleared direct Gegmu. Cross Gegmu at or above 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 23.
Cleared direct Gegmu. Cross Gegmu at or above 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 23, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
Okay, so it is 11135. I'm not going to change it because it should do it itself. So it's in the standby. I didn't put it there. And my understanding is that it will move it to active on nav 1 and it will also set the course. So anyway, we're at just under 220 knots and we're now going direct Gegmu and we've got 9 miles to get there and we need to be at Gegmu at 4,000, which is fine. After Gegmu we will descend. It's just levelling off now, so altitude captured, and we've got 9 miles to run. And I'll just let the airplane decelerate now, maybe 180 on the speed. And we're at 4,000. That's an altitude. So actually, we need to get the barometric pressure set. So there we go, and we can get the weather actually from here. So FMS. We need. Whoops. I can't remember how I did it. Not chance, is it? Weather. There it is. So 182 on the speed, we'll stick with that. 4 miles to run to Gegmu. So the QNH 1010, so we'll press B, or just move the barra knob, which is here, 1010, set, 180 on speed, and we want to descend now to 2000 when we get the other side of Gegmu. So Gegmu, we've got 2.5 to run, it's written up here, 2.4, and we're sticking at 180. I'm going to take the chart off. Because at Gegmu we then take up this heading which will take us to the feathers. So, how are we doing? Oh, it's nice here now. I think probably is a bit more cloud than that around. Who knows? It's a simulator. Right, so we're now past Gegmu, so we'll come down again on vertical speed. We'll come down about 1,000 feet per minute. We'll try and stay at 180, so we'll just bring the throttles back to idle. In fact, we need to come down a bit sharper than that because this is the start of the ILS here, so let's come down at 1200. Okay, 1400.
All aircraft be advised, information Foxtrot now current, QNH 1009er.
1009er, okay, so we just need to change that, 1009. Okay. No, we need to establish here. No, no, don't like that. Stop it. It seems to be going around a circle here. I want it to establish, and it didn't do that. So let's go on to our approach heading. 3-3. We need to just intercept that. So that didn't work, so let's switch the frequency, sorry, on nav 1, and we'll change the CDI to localizer, and we'll do approach, localizer and glide are armed. We'll keep it about 160. We'll go one stage of flap. So hopefully this will take us into the feathers. So I don't know what that was. I thought that was a danger area on the map. Actually it was going to take us around the circle. Maybe that's because Gegmu is supposed to get there at 6,000. I have no idea. So anyway, the localizer is just coming in now. So it's just capture the localizer. When we get to half scale deflection, which is, that's full scale, that's half scale, that's established. So when we get to half scale, we can call established.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Contact Southend Tower 127.73.
Over to Tower 127.73, November 995 Foxtrot Lima. Bye-bye. Southend Tower, November 995 Foxtrot Lima, ILS runway 23.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, Southend Tower, continue.
Wilco, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
Okay, so I'm just waiting for the glide. So we're at 2,000 feet, 1009 set. We're doing 170 knots. Probably a little bit fast. It should bring it back a little bit. And we're looking. There it is. The glide's coming in. So when we get to half scale, again, it's this diamond here. It's half scale. It's full scale. We get to half scale, we can go gear down. And we got flap 3 set. So we're just gonna slow down. We'll keep the speed at around 130. Okay, and the aircraft is now descending on the glide. Now we have not been cleared to land yet, so my landing lights can't go on yet. Oops, keep the speed 130, which is fair play, I think, for all the traffic. And one stage of flap to go.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, wind 210 at 12, runway 23 cleared to land.
Runway 23 cleared to land, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
Okay, so we're just passing 1500. Runway should be ahead of us. It is. We'll hand fly the rest of it. One stage of flap to go. So we'll do that. One stage of flap on, and we'll do yaw damper, autopilot, both off, and we'll just hand fly it down. Try to control airspeed with pitch, and major descent with power. So we set minimums, I think 230. Just following the flight director at the moment. I'm not looking outside, not yet. We've got a V approach speed, I think it was 95, I think. So we're looking for 230, then I will look up 330, we got. There's the runway landing. There's a decision. Back on that centre line. And reduce to idle, hold that centre, oops, and float, because we're too fast. There we go. Well, that was probably one of my worst landings ever. Dear oh dear. Well, welcome to
November
Southend.
995 Foxtrot Lima, exit left at Charlie.
Exit left at Charlie, November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
Right, other side of the hold. Come to a stop. So flaps can come up. Those spoilers to worry about. We can do landing light off, strobe light off, and then we can get request taxi to ramp. There we go.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, request taxi to the ramp.
November 995 Foxtrot Lima, welcome to Southend Airport. Say parking or advise if need assignment.
I never know what to say, so I'm just gonna do mum's the word. Not say anything. I'll just say any ramp.
Any ramp is fine. November 995 Foxtrot Lima.
Oh yeah, the guy disappeared from me last time, didn't he? So
November
let's see what he does this
995
time.
Foxtrot Lima, ramp Sierra 21 taxi via Charlie.
I don't want Sierra. I'm
Ramp
gonna go
Sierra
here.
21 taxi via Charlie. November 995 Foxtrot
There he
Lima.
is. There is our man. Right, and I don't want to blind him. So I'm just going to switch the taxi lights off. Really? You want me to get closer than that? No, I don't want to get any closer than that. I'm happy there. Right, so parking brake can come off. Throttles are idle. Lights are off, so we can do stop, stop. And now the beacon comes off automatically. Passenger signs. And let's open the door for them. So click spot is up here. And we'll do GPU power on. Okay, so there we go. Welcome to Southend. Quite enjoyed that. I hope you did. I learnt some stuff. Well, actually I didn't really. I don't know why the others didn't pick up, because that's the theory that it will auto-tune the ILS, and then it seemed to do this sort of circle at the end. I'm not really quite sure what that was about. So anyway, 11 learn. So see you all on the next one. Bye now.